Welcome to the July 2024 Vini Curiosity case, Baton Bottles Wine Club, and this is the 6-bottle case that will go out on Monday the 15th of July. The online tasting will be on the 18th of July. So if you haven't ordered the small bottle tasting and you want to, there is still time. Please get on with it. It's a really interesting case. This is the preview. You'll be able to work out a little bit from here whether it's one that you want to be involved with or not, even if you are or are not a member. Naturally, please join. We love the wine club. It's enabled us to buy wines like these. First, we're going to start with Camillo Favaro's Erbaluce di Caluso. Arguably, everything's arguably, the greatest white wine in Piemonte. Erbaluce has high levels of acidity. It's not overly aromatic, has lovely structure, nice thick skins on the grapes. It does something really, really different to almost any other wine from Piemonte, almost northern Italy. There's a little, sometimes locally, it's called Greco di Novara, and it's got nothing to do with the Greco of the south of Naples, but it can have that kind of structure to it. It's got real power, and the fruit is just divine and precise and crystalline because it's made just where the glacier finishes at Forme d'Aosta Valley. And Camillo really understands this wine beautifully. What he's done is made something truly astonishing. Really hope you enjoy it, because this is quite an interesting tasting. You see both of the white wines this month or this quarter are coming from Piemonte, and the second one is Matteo Ascheri's Viognier. I'm very romantically attached to this wine because it was first made, I think, in 96 and 96, 97. Maybe it was 97 vintage. I remember going there. It's the same. The vineyard's the same age as Polly, my eldest, and the vineyard's remarkable. And it's in Bra. It's a steepish slope just outside Bra in limestone. And the problem with that slope was Matteo was getting a little bit too much ripeness from it. So he planted on north-facing land in Serralunga, Barolo area, to give wine with a little bit more acidity, a little bit more restraint. And this is where the wine's gone. So the early wines were just out and out, loads of oak, really big Viognier. This is Viognier, really big Viognier style. Now it's much more constretto, it's tighter, it's more mineral, it's delicious wine. Anyway, it's fabulous, and I think you're going to enjoy it. So we go from there, and then we go to Lambrusco, declassified Lambrusco, never shipped it before. First time, Stufanello, Bruce. There's nothing not to love here. It's Grasparosa. It's the biggest, the most juicy, most aggressive, not the most juicy actually of the Lambrusco grapes, really the most structured. And it's very much staying to the natural wine theme, which really suits this style of Lambrusco, actually. It's magnificent. If you don't enjoy that, you won't enjoy it. Well, there's so much, of course you will. Because next we go to Carema. It doesn't get better than Carema. Carema is the land that sits above where the Erbaluce comes from. So it's in the Canavese. So the Canavese has Caluso for its white wines and Carema for its famous red wines. Straight Nebbiolo. And here the training, it's high training, just as it is for the Erbaluce, but the training here they have on things called toppia, which are on the side of the mountain. They're a nightmare to work. You know, this is some of the hardest, the most heroic winemaking in Bull of Italy. And Achile's a legend. He makes great wine. This is, I think, one of the most underrated Nebbiolos you can buy. 2020 vintage. It's an absolute epic. It's a brilliant bottle of wine. You're going to love it. And then we go from there to another brand new one. Look at that. Okay, what do I tell you about this? I'm not quite sure where to start. It's based on Gropello. but it's not just Groppello. This is a number of it's a number of grapes, and it's a number of vintages. So it's a multi-vintage, multi-grape wine. Label's not even on straight. Everything is done by hand. It's something to get quite excited about. I'm not going to tell you about it now. I think you need to come to the tasting, or at least buy the case, so that you can experience this wine. It's really worth having a look at. I only really bought enough of it to just do the wine tasting and look after the wine club members. We've got a few spare ones, but this is the one that's holding everyone back. It's really interesting. That's all I'm going to say for now. And then we're going to finish up with Colombera and Garella. Very old favourite. It's 2019 vintage I'm giving you. This is actually the 18 I'm holding. But it's a 19 that is going into this case. 19 is an epic vintage. Structure, weight, power. I think it's the best wine they've made. So it's Bramaterra, which means that you have to add some Croatina and Vespolina to the blend. But essentially, it is a Nebbiolo wine. They're farming very much on natural guidelines. They're working with Cristiano Garella, whose comprehension of Alto Piemonte wines is absolutely up there with the very best. They're making great wines. I'd be fascinated to see how you compare it to. So we've got two Nebbiolos in here. I can't promise I wouldn't do this anymore, but there's a really good reason for it. You know, they're just superb. So you've got Achille Milagnesi's Nebbiolo from Carema, which is all silk and fineness, and honestly the closest in Pinot Noir style that you'll probably get from Italy. It's quite astonishing. And Bramaterra is more iron, richness, power, but more purity and freshness, and not as much weight as you get from Barolos and Barbarescos. So I'm just really curious to see how you're going to get on with these brilliant wines. If you haven't got one, again, go to bat.wine, look up Vini Curiosity or just our wine club, grab a case. These are fascinating wines, well worth a look at, and I look forward to trying to tell you more about them, and I'll start putting up the wine club notes once everything's gone out to the members. Okay, so enjoy. Hope to see you soon. Bye.